with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Mark Salday. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live as we check some of the stories we're watching for you here at Erie News Now. We begin in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where jury deliberations are set to get underway at this hour in the murder trial for Kyle Rittenhouse. It's all happening at the county courthouse in Kenosha this morning. That's where closing arguments in this trial played out on Monday after more than 2 weeks worth of testimony. The now 18-year-old Rittenhouse charged with shooting and killing 2 men, injuring another, all during demonstrations in Kenosha after the police shooting of a black man named Jacob Blake happened last year. Now, the judge has already thrown out a weapons charge against Rittenhouse, but again, the 18-year-old still accused of first-degree intentional homicide. Those jury deliberations, again, starting at this hour. 500 National Guard troops said to be on standby in the Kenosha area as that part of the country and really the rest of the nation waits on that jury's verdict. Well, back here at home, the list of local schools being forced to go to remote learning, it's growing this morning, of course, all due to rising COVID case numbers impacting school students and school staff. The Wattsburg Area School District here in Erie County certainly getting the worst of it. They've had to shift all of their students to remote learning. That's the elementary students right up through the high schoolers. In the Fort LaBeouf District, Waterford, Robinson Elementary Schools going to close down tomorrow and stay closed through November 29th. That's the Monday after Thanksgiving. Mill Creek's Bell Valley Elementary, along with parochial schools, Blessed Sacrament, St. Jude, and the Erie School District's Grover Cleveland Elementary, all feeling the COVID-19 impact as well. Pennsylvania's health department's opening up a new drive-through COVID testing site in Crawford County today. Same story basically when they did this back in January, setting up this drive-through testing at the Crawford County Fairgrounds. The health department says these COVID tests are open to anyone who feels they need one with or without symptoms. They say this one will be open until 6 o'clock today. It'll go from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For the rest of the week, right through Saturday. And they do have additional hours for this drive-through testing site scheduled for next week. President Biden held a virtual summit overnight with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, the first lengthy discussion really between the two leaders since President Biden took office. Mr. Biden opened up the meeting by saying the two countries' competition with one another shouldn't veer into conflict, and common sense guardrails, as the president put it, should be set up to let the two countries work better together. The president also was busy celebrating the signing of his $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Money from that one's supposed to be used to improve America's roads, public transportation, ports, as well as expanding the broadband internet access in rural areas. The president now moving on to that nearly $2 trillion Build Back Better Act, as it's called. That one, House Democrats are looking to vote on it this week.
The only reason why those two are alive is because of God's presence. That's the only I can explain it.
First responders, police in Pennsylvania, calling it a miracle. A father and 13-year-old, his daughter, survived a plane crash, then survived 5 hours in freezing cold temperatures. The plane they were in was headed from Wilkes-Barre, Scranton to the Poconos, but it crashed in a wooded area. Rescuers managed to find this father and daughter duo by using the GPS coordinates that they got from an iPad inside the plane. Basically pinged that iPad and found the two not far from the plane's wreckage, that dad and daughter. Hypothermic, in shock, but apparently otherwise relatively okay. Less than 24 hours to go till the return of the annual Erie News Now food drive for the 21st year. We're teaming up with the Second Harvest Food Bank on this one. Erie News Now's Molly Samora takes a closer look.
It is the 21st year that you all have helped us to get food, provisions, also monetary donations for our neighbors in need in the 11 counties we serve. This is a big deal.
Erie News Now is teaming up with the Second Harvest Food Bank to help feed families across our viewing area. It's all happening tomorrow, Wednesday, November 17th, from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Historically, we get anywhere between 35,000 pounds of food from all of our 13 sites, and anywhere around $60,000. So it's a huge, big deal. It's a big day for us, and we really hope that everyone's able to participate and help us out.
We'll be collecting non-perishable food items, frozen turkeys, and monetary donations.
$1 to Second Harvest is 6 meals that we can get out of that $1. So monetary donations go the furthest.
We'll have 13 different drop-off locations available in Erie, Crawford, Warren, and McKean counties.
This food drive with Erie News Now on Wednesday will be a substantial help for us.
Yeah, so once again, we are looking for your help. It'll start at 6 in the morning and run until 6:30 tomorrow night. All right, wild weather out in the Pacific Northwest has led to a bunch of floodwater rescue efforts, including one caught on camera effort by the U.S. Coast Guard. You got to take a look at this. Officials in Washington State are really calling it some of the worst flooding that's hit that area since all the way back in 1990. This is actually video of a U.S. Coast Guard air crew rescuing 6 adults and 4 children, including 1 baby, all from floodwaters up near Forks, Washington. Now, in some cases up in the Pacific Northwest, neighbors were using fishing boats to bring people to safety. More than 4.5 million people up in the northwestern U.S. are under flood alerts this morning. 14 counties in the state of Washington were under a state of emergency overnight. All right, David's got a look at that first warning forecast.
It has certainly been a chilly day out there, but the snow showers, the little rain showers, they are out of the picture. Right now we're at 37 degrees, struggling to warm up. We've had plenty of clouds in place this morning. Presque sky, some dark skies overhead, but this is all we're going to have today. Nothing really coming from those clouds. 37 degrees. You can see on satellites, still a healthy amount of clouds in place. Some better sunshine down there in the Mercer and Venango County, seeing a little bit of sunshine around the Oil City area. And you'll notice as we go through the afternoon, we are dwindling the cloud cover just a bit, but by the time we get to 3, 4 o'clock, we're very late in the afternoon, but still, we'll take a little bit of sunshine. Into the night we go. We see those high clouds start to move on in, and then for the day on Wednesday, a few spotty morning showers out there, and we're really not expecting too much rain during the day. Winds will be up from the south, and we'll also have those milder temperatures, 50s and lower 60s. Our next cold front starts to move in on Thursday, early on Thursday. Temperatures will be coming down into the 40s, and we'll be dealing with those chilly rain showers and eventually a little bit of lake effect snow as we look towards Thursday night. Temperature-wise right now, still in the lower and the middle 30s out there, below freezing in Jamestown as well as Bradford. Your zone outlook for today, we are expecting temperatures to make their way up into the lower, maybe middle 40s, depending on exactly how much sunshine we can get. Some spots down there, Union City, Corey, you have enough snow on the ground out there in eastern Erie County. Temperatures in the upper 30s for today. Right around that 40-degree mark. In Crawford County, a little bit chillier back into the higher elevations. And into Warren County we go. Temperatures around about 40 degrees today with some afternoon of sunshine. As we look ahead, your extended outlook, temperatures 62 for your Wednesday. Good looking day for a holiday food drive. You'll just have to deal with a couple of those showers out there. As we get into your Thursday, temperatures coming down to the 40s. We'll have those gusty winds and those rain showers and even a little bit of lake effect snow Thursday night into early on Friday. High pressure tries to build in this weekend, keeping rain chances pretty low as we get into your Sunday. But next week, we're going to have to keep an eye on another weather maker. That could certainly make the forecast a little bit more interesting.
Thank you, David. Eva Mastromatio has our next full over-the-air report that's headed your way at noon on WSCE. And again, we're kicking off that drive-through food drive at 6 a.m. tomorrow, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's the start time for your Wednesday edition of Erie News Now Sunrise. We'll see you then.